and welcome to Columbia, Mississippi, as the Sumrall Bobcats set to face the Wildcats out of Columbia here tonight. Colin Haney, the starting pitcher for the Wildcats here in Columbia. He comes into the game with a 1-2 record, a 1.94 ERA, 21 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts, and just 5 walks. And he's got a tough lineup to face tonight here with the Bobcats. Bobcats lineup, Drew Davis batting first, Caden Williamson batting second, Landon Hawkins third, Braylon Harrison fourth, Will Rayner fifth, Jack Miller sixth, Caden Cochran seventh, Hayden Brown, the DH tonight, batting eighth, and batting ninth, the shortstop, Kellen Garcia. Kellen Garcia will be playing shortstop tonight as Drew Davis is going to toe the rubber here for the Bobcats in their third district matchup of the season. So a beautiful, beautiful day here in Columbia. The weather could not be more perfect. 80 degrees, no wind, and a beautiful ballpark here that the Wildcats have. So we will be back here for first pitch. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball.
Number 8, Drew Davis.
We'll get ready to start here in Columbia. Beautiful night.
So Drew Davis steps up to the plate here to lead things off in the top of the first inning. Haney on the mound for Columbia. And the first pitch to Davis, a swing and a miss. Haney gets the swing and the miss. There on, looks like a slider from Haney. Davis hitting .333 on the season so far and had the big hit just in their last game against the Purvis Tornadoes. He had the base hit and was able to tie the game in the 7th. And now he stands in with 2 strikes. And Columbia, hats off to Columbia. This stadium, they have done a ton of work, and it looks fantastic. Haney's pitch misses away, and the count goes to 1-2 here to Davis. The 1-2 pitch. That one misses low and away. And so Drew Davis working the count now, makes it 2-2, trying to lead things off here for the Bobcats. The Bobcats in the baby blue tops, pinstripe gray bottoms, and the Wildcats in the all-white pinstripes. Now that's going to be a called strike 3. And so Davis watches that one on the outside part of the plate. And that's going to bring up Caden Williamson, the 2-hole hitter. So Caden Williamson hitting .367 so far on the season. After a leadoff strikeout to Davis, Haney was fired up on the mound. And he misses low there to bring the count to 1-0. So Haney and Williamson then Hawkins do up. The 1-0 pitch. This one's going to be grounded to the third baseman. Third baseman's going to let it go foul. So the count goes to 1-1 here to Williamson. Williamson started off the season very hot this year for the Bobcats. It's kind of slowed down just a tad, but hitting in the 2 spot, and a lot of trust and faith in this Williamson to be able to get the job done. The 1-1 pitch is hit in center field, and that's going to be a single. And see, that's where that confidence comes from Coach Andy Davis. And Caden Williamson just drove that one right back up the middle for a one-out single.
For Sumrall with 1 out.
And now the power hitting to Landon Hawkins, hitting .447 on the season so far.
We're in 1-6. Sumrall coming in tonight in the baby.
Seeing the ball very well. Had a home run in the last game they played.
And here's your pitch from the windup.
That one misses away for ball one. So Williamson dangerous on the bases. Has the ability to steal. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here to Hawkins. Good breaking ball. Hawkins slams the brakes and doesn't swing, so the count goes to 2-0. Here to Hawkins. Williamson gets his lead at first. Haney comes set. This one's going to be hit hard to the third baseman. He's going to have a chance of a double play. They throw it to second. And Hawkins beats it out at first. That's what fielder's choice. Gets Williamson. So now there's 2 outs for Braylon Harrison, who's really come around as a power hitter here for the Bobcats. Has had a few home runs in the past few weeks. And he toes them. Puts his feet in the box here with 2 outs. And Hawkins at first. Haney. Only working out of the stretch tonight.
2 outs here in the top of the first.
0-1 pitch here to Harrison.
Somebody call time. I'm not so sure who. Some right now is
So no balls, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Hawkins stands at first. Haney checks Hawkins over there at first base. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses a low. Hawkins thought about going. But he slams the brakes and goes back to first base. So now 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Haney really feeling it on the mound right now for the Wildcats. He's got Harrison with a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Harrison just staying alive. Gets in on the hands of Harrison, but he drives it foul.
now back in my day, as you heard me say,
So the count stays at 1-2.
if you brought the ball back, but I don't know if they do stuff counts anymore.
So 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 outs. Hawkins, good lead at first. That one's going to miss away. So the Bobcats trying to get a 2-out rally here. So they got Will Rayner on deck. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
1 minute on first base.
The 2-2 pitch, Hawkins goes.
He's going.
And it's not going to be in time. Hawkins with plenty of time. And now Harrison has a full count with a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs.
So they seem like get a run. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
The full count pitch here with 2 outs. Haney comes set and delivers, and this one's hit hard to the third baseman. Third baseman pulled his head, but makes the grab and throws it to first for out number 3. So the Bobcats, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, leave 1 runner on. And so we head to the bottom of the first inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we're back live here in the bottom of the first inning. Columbia Wildcats come to the plate, but Drew Davis on the mound tonight for the Bobcats. He comes into the game with a 3-0 record, 16 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a .45 ERA. His fastball is going to sit about 88 to 91. And able to throw a few pitches for a strike. You can see his strikeout to walk ratio. He's got 29 strikeouts on the season and only 3 walks. And that's a good pitch there by Davis. The Wildcats lined up. M.T. Breland bats first, then Dylan Rowley, and then Colin Haney all due up here for the Wildcats. 294. That's what M.T. Breland is currently hitting. So just a hair under a 300 hitter out of the leadoff spot. And that one's going to fall in for strike 2. Davis grabs it. Working fast here on the mound. So far in the first. That one misses away. So a full count here to M.T. Breland. The Bobcats in need of some more wins. And that's going to be swung in the dirt. Cochran grabs it, throws it to first for out number 1. So a strikeout to M.T. Breland. Now Dylan Rowley, the hitter, he comes into the game hitting .444 on the season. So a very hot hitter. He leads the team in batting average here out of the 2 spot. That one, fastball, outside part of the plate. Brings the count to 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. And Davis way ahead now with an 0-2 count. Here to Rowley. And another breaking ball and another strikeout. So 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts here for Davis.
Now batting number 2, Colin Haney.
Now Colin Haney, the pitcher, hitting .396 on the season. Hitting out of the 3-hole for Columbia. And that one, a good breaking ball by Davis. The 1-0 pitch, or 0-1 pitch.
He doesn't give you a whole lot of time to get reset there. He's ready to go. 1-1.
So a 1-1 count. Here to Haney. 2 outs.
Kick in the fire.
And that one's going to get a check swing, and they say he goes. So the count goes to 1-2. Here to Haney. That breaking ball really working out of the hands of Davis. He throws 2 different breaking balls, a slider and a 12-6 curveball. That's the slider right there, just a little harder than that 12-6. More of an east to west break than a north to south. But he can throw both. And this fastball is going to be hit right back into the dirt. Drew Davis fields it, throws it to first. So 3 up, 3 down for the Bobcats. And we head to the top of the second inning. 0-0. No hits, no errors, no runs. And nobody left on base. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. So we are back live here in the top of the second inning. Will Rayner, Jack Miller, and Caden Cochran all due up here for the Bobcats. Will Rayner, who has been a spark plug in this Bobcat offense, comes into the game hitting .356. He takes that one for a first pitch strike.
Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball here in Columbia. Glad to have you along. We're on WJDR 98.3.
So no balls, one strike.
This is Wildcat
Here to Rayner.
Right now we're in the top of the second, 0-0.
That one misses low and brings the count to 1-1. The Bobcats
Just starting the top of the second.
offensively have kind of been slow this season after a very explosive season just a year ago. But defensively and pitching, this Bobcat team might be up there with the best of them. This one's going to be hit to center field. Center fielder ranges back, jumps up, and makes an amazing grab for out number one. Just got to tip your cap to the center fielder who made an amazing play for out number one. And that sends Rayner to the dugout. And Jack Miller comes to the plate here for the Bobcats. If you're a pitcher, that is what you like to see out of your center fielder.
Right now for Sumrall is Miller's up to bat. No, you got good handwriting. I just can't. I'm excited, so I can't. I got these contacts in, so I can only see far out there. So anyway,
So no balls, one strike here to Jack Miller. This one fouled back into the net.
so Miller batting for Sumrall.
Now Miller stands in with two strikes. Kind of struggled
So
here in the latter half of the season. But a guy who can really swing it. Signed with ICC, or Etowamba Community College. So he's going to be a next level Bobcat. But he swings at that one and misses. And so a quick 2 outs for Haney. And that sends up Caden Cochran.
Now batting number 36, Caden Cochran.
So Cochran coming up to bat for Sumrall.
Cochran hitting .333.
Interference going on. Hopefully, maybe we got it down a little bit
So 2 outs
where you can hear.
here with Cochran at the plate, and the breaking ball falls in. Haney really likes the breaking ball. Almost looks like a cutter.
Big swing there from the Sumrall batter. 0-1.
No balls, one strike. Here to Cochran.
2 outs here.
That fastball just misses inside.
And that was a pretty good looking pitch, but the umpire decided that it was a ball. So 1-1.
Haney showing some emotion on the mound.
So Haney,
Steps off
one kick and fire to the plate.
on a pitch that he thought was strike 2. Then comes back to the breaking ball,
Might have been a changeup.
and Cochran just barely nicks it. And it goes foul. So the count goes to 1-2 here to Cochran. 2 outs. Quick top of the inning so far for the Wildcats.
So Haney gets the sign.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Haney comes set. The 1-2. A swing and a miss, and Haney gets another strikeout. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and we stay tied 0-0. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. So we're back live here in the bottom of the second inning. Sumrall Bobcats and Drew Davis trying to throw up another goose egg for the Wildcats. And the Wildcats have Grayson Carney, Braden Thornhill, and Will Breland all due up here in the second. Carney hitting .354 on the season. Steps in the box to lead things off here against Davis. That one's going to be a called strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Davis works in and just gets on the hands and fouls it off over the third base or the first base dugout. The count goes to 1-2 here to Haney or Carney. And a swing and a miss. So that's Davis's third strikeout so far. Now Braden Thornhill hitting .391 on the season. A good lineup here for the Wildcats. Some impressive averages. But Drew Davis working fast and throwing many pitches for strikes. He's going to be a tough person to hit on a night like tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses low. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Davis. Fastball misses way up. Bounces off the net. The count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here to Thornhill. Braden Thornhill, the first baseman for the Wildcats. That one misses low, so Davis going to have to work all the way back here on him. Three balls, 1 strike. Fastball called strike 2. So now a full count here to Thornhill. Thornhill thought that was ball 4. He's about to jog to first. He's going to just chop this one to first. Davis runs to first base and touches it for out number 2. So a 3-1 putout for out number 2. Now number 1, Will Breland, the third baseman for the Wildcats, steps up to the plate, trying to extend the inning here in the second. And that one from Davis misses low. Count goes to 0-1. Davis showing a lot of life on the mound. And the cutter. Got Breland swinging hard there with the 1-0 count. And the 1-1 pitch. Man, I'm telling you, Drew Davis working fast so far tonight. Gets the ball ready to throw. He gets the sign, the 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled back, and count goes 2-2. So Breland with a 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch just misses. Low and away. The count goes full here to Breland. The full count pitch. This one's going to be popped up to left field. Caden Williamson camps under it. Davis is already walking off the field. And that's out number 3. So we head to the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. No men left on. Score remains 0-0. So we head to the third inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. So we're live here in the top of the third inning. Hayden Brown, Kellen Garcia, and Drew Davis all due up here for the Bobcats. So Hayden Brown, the DH tonight. He watches that one for ball one. Hayden Brown coming to the game, 375. Not a guy that's been in the lineup every day, but really able to stroke the ball. The lefty eye, he really keeps his eye on that ball. He has a great approach for a lefty hitter. Miss Karen Thompson and Shirley Haddix watching here tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. That one misses low for ball three. So a leadoff walk would be huge for this Bobcat team as they have the top of the order right around the corner. And Kellen Garcia, a guy who had a ginormous game against Purvis at Purvis Friday night, stands on deck. That one called strike one.
Garcia taking all the way. I do believe on that. So 3-1. And the pitch. And the top of the third, no score. And we got timeout.
Hayden Brown calls time with a full count here to lead things off in the top of the third inning.
Hey, what's the sign? And kick and fire. There's a slap. Foul. On the left-hand side there, on the left-hand side. On the fence. So we'll do it again. 3-2, Garcia, top of the third. No outs.
So a full count here to Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown staying alive as he found that one back. And then he takes that one down the middle for strike three. So Haney really feeling it on the mound. You can tell he's got a little dog in him. As he marches off the mound off that one, and Kellen Garcia heads to the plate now. That is Haney's fourth strikeout in 2 1/3 inning. Garcia squares the bunt and pulls back. A good idea there by Garcia. He's going to do a surprise little bunt for hit. The 1-0 count. That one misses away. Now Haney calls the catcher. So Garcia.
I was trying to read his handwriting. I guess I got lost in his line of two. I have it on my phone. I'm just being lazy.
Yeah, Garcia and then Davis due up. Here in the third inning, the Bobcats just looking to get one run. Here in the third. They have nobody on. One out. Garcia trying to give this offense a little life, and this one has a chance. He absolutely turns on this one, and you can pucker up and kiss that baby goodbye. Kellen Garcia has hit a long ball here in the third inning, and the Bobcats take a 1-0 lead off the bat of Garcia. A great pitch. He turns on a fastball, and he gave that one a ride. And Garcia, a guy who struggled at the plate in the season, has absolutely turned his season around the past 2 weeks, and it is so good to see because a guy who's got the ceiling, there is no ceiling for Garcia, a 5-tool athlete, and he absolutely gave that one a ride here in the third. So he broke the tie. Davis fouls that one back. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Davis trying to keep the the rally going. He takes that breaking ball for strike 2. So Davis just took that breaking ball. So need some aggression here out of Davis. And a swing and a miss, and that's Davis's second strikeout of the night. Now Caden Williamson, who singled his first at-bat, heads to the plate.
Batting number 5, Caden Williamson.
So 2 outs now for Williamson. That breaking ball a little high. So 1 ball, no strikes.
Sumrall on top here in the top of the 3rd. Hanging on the mound for Columbia with 5 strikeouts tonight. Here's the pitch.
And that breaking ball, I'm telling you, Haney loves the breaking ball. The 1-2 pitch here to Williamson. Haney leaves that one up, and Williamson gets his second hit of the night.
Sneak out to left field for a base hit. It's the 3rd base hit for Sumrall.
Now Landon Hawkins, the hitter here for the Bobcats. He grounded into a fielder's choice. His first at-bat. So Williamson stands at first. Hitting is contagious. So I wouldn't be surprised with the meat of the order up here for the Bobcats. You don't see some life out of this Bobcat offense. 1 ball, no strikes. Here with 2 outs. Hawkins, a guy who can use the whole field. Probably won't fool him on the breaking ball.
Beautiful night here in Columbia. Glad to have you along here on WJDR 98.3.
1 ball, no strike, 2 outs. Williamson goes on the pitch. He gets under the catcher. So now a runner in scoring position here for Hawkins.
Sumrall has a runner down there on 2nd. Williamson, I think, made the 2nd. Actually, he was forced out last time.
And a hitter's count here for Hawkins. 2 balls, no strikes. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes breaking ball here. What normally would be a fastball count. But the dangerous hitter Landon Hawkins is, I would not be surprised if he tries to get him with the breaking ball. Hawkins stands back in the box. On the 2-0 count here in the 3rd. 2 outs. Williamson stands at second. And that breaking ball is going to be hit into the 6 hole. The shortstop makes a fantastic play to keep it in the infield. And now on the infield single, there's runners on the corner for Braden Harrison. Harrison grounded out to the 3rd baseman in his first at-bat.
Here comes 22 up to bat. That's Harrison, right? So Harrison batting cleanup.
Hawkins goes on the pitch. He's going to try to throw him out. And they say he got him. Hawkins, not much effort there. Just kind of stopped in the baseline, was jogging to second. And they throw him out at second base to end the inning. So the Bobcats were able to score 1 run on the long ball from Kellen Garcia. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. We're back live here in the bottom of the third inning. J.P. Haddix leading things off here for the Columbia Wildcats. Haddix, and then Jaden Johnson, and then Jonathan Lowry, the DH, all due up here for the Wildcats in the third inning. And a big swing and a miss there by Haddix on the first pitch he sees. Haddix hitting .231 on the season. Davis gets the ball. And this one is just cue-balled to first base, and that's going to be an error by Jack Miller. He was just right in front of it, but the spin off that. So an an error by the first baseman allows Haddix to reach base safely. And now Jaden Johnson, the right fielder, heads to the plate here for the Wildcats. So Haddix stands at first. Sumrall in bunt defense. Here with Jaden Johnson. And he shows the bunt, but takes it for strike one. So no balls, one strike. Haddix stands at first. He slides back in on the pickoff safely. Haddix, a catcher, usually doesn't run. The catcher for the Columbia Wildcats running tonight. And he shows the bunt, and it's popped up. And a good move there by Hawkins to let it roll foul. So no balls, one strike. Odom still absent in the lineup. He was suspended for 2 games after the Tuesday night matchup with Purvis. So we can see a different second baseman in for the Bobcats, and Johnson takes that one for strike 3. So you are watching a pitcher's duel here tonight between Haney and Davis. Jonathan Lowry, the hitter here for Columbia. That one misses low for ball 1. This is the 9-hole hitter for Columbia. It's Christy Martin checking in. Thank you, Miss Christy, for watching. Always a faithful listener. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here to the 9-hole hitter, Jonathan Lowry. In the top of the order, M.T. Breland stands on deck. A swing and a miss by Lowry. Count goes 2-1. Haddix stands at first. This one hit right back to the pitcher, and he's going to jog it over to first for the double play. And that brings the Bobcats back to the dugout. So we head to the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, or 1 error, 1 man left on. You are listening to Bobcat Baseball. Braylon Harrison
Had it working good.
set to lead things off here in the top of the fourth inning for the Bobcats. Harrison was actually the hitter just an inning ago when Landon Hawkins got thrown out at second base to end things in the third. So now he gets a second opportunity at Haney. He stands in with a 1-0 count. Harrison grounded out to the third baseman his first at bat. A hard hit ball. But the third baseman picked it and threw it to first. Was able to get Harrison. But now he's got a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch hits Harrison, and a leadoff man on here for the Bobcats in the fourth.
Just send it back to me when you want. Okay.
Now batting number 9, Will Rayner.
Now Will Rayner, the hitter for the Bobcats.
Yeah, I know you did.
He hit a hard line drive back to center field, and the center field made an amazing play.
Maybe Tim can spend like maybe 50.
And so Rayner 0 for 1 on the stat sheet, but a very quality at bat his first at bat.
I know, but I tell him 50 off.
He takes that one in the dirt for ball one. Harrison, a dangerous runner at first.
All righty, welcome back, Wildcat baseball fans. We are going straight to the cell phone instead of using all the equipment.
So 1 ball, no strike.
Right now you're
Here were no outs. Harrison at first.
1, Columbia 0.
I imagine Harrison, if he gets the right count, will be going to second base.
On first. Haney on the mound for the Wildcats. Haney having a good night tonight. Gave us a
1 ball, no strikes. Haney steps off the mound, wipes off his face, toes back to the rubber. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here to Rayner. Haney picks to first.
We'll be doing the rest of the
Harrison slides back in safely.
except for 2 right there in that second week of April. The 2 away games we'll miss, but we are going to Pearl and we are going to Enterprise. But
1-0 pitch.
Saturday might be a washout. I'm not
That one
supposed to
falls in for strike 1.
on Saturday, but we'll see. Maybe not. You never know about the weather.
So 1-1 count here to Rayner. Harrison at first.
1-1 count.
Haney comes set, picks to first. Harrison getting worked over there at first base.
I'm trying to see who this is back.
Rayner.
Oh, yeah. Raiders up. Okay. And
Harrison steals on the breaking ball. And now Rayner's got a runner in scoring position.
Pace trying to catch up here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And nobody out.
So Harrison at second now with no outs. Rayner
Haney.
just trying to do a job here. Move him over in some capacity. Put him in scoring position for Jack Miller.
And
And that inside move.
he stepped off the mound. But no call.
Now 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Will Rayner.
Left and right.
And he comes set.
And to the plate.
And this one is drilled into center field. Harrison is going to hit the brakes at third. So now runners at the corners for the Bobcats
Harrison held up at third base.
with no outs. And Jack Miller heads to the plate.
Now batting number 27,
At first and third.
Miller, a strikeout victim, his first at bat.
For Sumrall.
So Jack
Outs there, 1-0 Sumrall on top. That's their 5th hit of the night.
Jack trying to keep things going here in the fourth.
Haney
A leadoff walk.
gets the signal.
And then a single by Rayner. And this one's check swung.
First, so get 1 and 2nd.
Goes right back to the pitcher. They're able to score 1.
But Sumrall will
But a double play, a 1-6-3 double play.
as he turned on it. So both pitchers getting strikeouts and getting balls hit back to him. Davis took a line shot. He was able to.
And now Caden Cochran heads to the plate here with 2 outs.
So now, with 2 outs,
Cochran, a strikeout victim, his first at bat.
and the pitch from Haney.
That one falls in for strike 1. Haney, not a guy who'll just overpower you, but throwing a lot of strikes.
So 2-0 now.
able to throw that breaking ball.
Here in the top of the fourth. And the pitch. A little bit outside.
Good block there by Haddix.
Beautiful night here in Columbia. Go
So
ahead.
now 1 ball, 1 strike.
Night baseball.
Here with 2 outs.
And here comes the pitch from Haney. Takes and fires. A little high.
That one misses away.
And make it 2-1.
So the count goes to 2-1.
Columbia with only 1 hit so far tonight. And the pitch from Haney. There's a foul ball.
Cochran
Right field line.
fouls this one off the football stadium.
Faded out of play.
Now the count goes to 2-2 here with 2 outs. The Bobcats have been able to score 1 on the double play ball.
A lot of empty seats out there looking around.
But now nobody stands on base here for Caden Cochran and 2 outs. Hayden Brown stands on deck for the Bobcats.
To the plate.
Breaking ball
And it goes
hits the foot of Cochran.
plate. Umpire called it quickly because the ball did stay fair.
So now 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Cochran. Haney has pitched phenomenal for the Wildcats. Bobcats only have 5 hits and 2 runs through 4 innings. One of those being the long ball from Garcia.
Here comes the pitch. Haney looking in.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cochran
Had to get out of this inning.
trying to stay alive here with 2 strikes. He takes that one in the dirt. Count goes to 3-2, so a good quality at bat here from Caden Cochran. Trying to extend the inning in the top of the 4th. Three balls, 2 strikes.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch.
The full count pitch hit to third base. And that's a ground ball, and he throws it to first for out number 3. So a 5-3 putout off the 3-2 breaking ball into the hands of Haney. But the Bobcats were able to add 1 more run to extend the lead 2-0 here in the 4th. So we'll be back after the break. So the top of the lineup due up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. M.T. Breland, Dylan Rowley, and Colin Haney all due up here for the Columbia Wildcats. M.T. Breland, a strikeout victim back in the bottom of the 1st inning. Davis
Still on the mound for
has been phenomenal so far through 3.
first pitch to the plate.
This one's going to be popped up.
Slaps it up straight up in the air.
It has a chance of staying in,
He's got it.
and it just hits the top of the dugout for strike 1.
Foul. It's hard for me to see. It's way on the first base
So an 0-1 count here to MT Breland. Breland came into the game hitting .294. It was a strikeout in his first at bat.
Take you through the end of the season and the pitch from Davis.
And a beautiful breaking ball by Drew. That brings the count to 0-2. So way ahead. Do not need to make a mistake here. A good pitch and a good block there by Cochran with an 0-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here at MT Breland.
1-2 right here to Breland, and we got a timeout.
Leadoff hitter for the Wildcats. You can tell he's got the 2-strike approach. Real wide now. Chokes up on the bat. Just trying to put the ball in play, and he's unable to do it for the second time tonight. That's his second strikeout, and Davis's 6th strikeout of the night. And now Dylan Rowley, the hitter for the Columbia Wildcats. He was a strikeout victim back in the first. He hits that one off the football field. Count goes to 0-1. Guys, when I tell you, this is a beautiful, beautiful ballpark. They have done a lot of work here in Columbia since at least I've played. And I want to swing and a miss. So Drew Davis way ahead. Here with 1 out. Dylan Rowley. He chokes up on the bat a little. And the breaking ball, swing and a miss. And that's another strikeout for Drew Davis. Now Colin Haney, who grounded out on a check swing back to Drew in the first inning. He comes to the plate here for the Wildcats with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. He's pitched one heck of a game. See if he can help himself out. That breaking ball, called strike 1.
He's definitely got that one pitch down, but he likes to throw for sure. And here's the 0-1.
That fastball misses low. So the count goes to 1-1 here with 2 outs.
Threw with a lot of steam on that, but went low. We're in the bottom of the 4th here in Columbia. 2-0, Sumrall on top.
A 1-1 pitch. That looks like a good pitch.
A little bit inside.
They say he missed that one. So the count goes to 2-1. Here to Haney.
And the pitch from Davis.
That one fouled back into the net. So the count goes to 2-2 here with 2 outs. Colin Haney trying to get a 2-out rally going for the Columbia Wildcats. Wildcats came into this game 13-4. So this Wildcat team, a very, very good baseball team. And a swing and a miss. So Davis is able to strike out the side. 3 strikeouts for Drew Davis. We head to the top of the 5th inning. The Bobcats lead 2-0. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. Welcome back. Here in Columbia, at the top of the fifth inning, the Bobcats with a 2-0 lead here in the fifth, and Hayden Brown, Kelly Garcia, and Drew Davis all due up here for the Bobcats. Hayden Brown, a strikeout victim in his first at-bat.
Sumrall.
Haney still on the mound for Columbia. Haney has thrown a fantastic game so far. Brown shows the bunt but pulls back. Good idea there by Brown.
Inside.
And the count goes to 1-0.
So 1-0 on Brown.
A really good idea. A lot of speed out of Brown.
Infield in all of a
But
sudden.
now a 1-0 pitch. That one's going to miss low for ball two.
But he takes ball 2.
So Brown, Garcia, and Davis due up here for the Bobcats. And the fifth inning, and the head coach
I'm not so sure.
for Columbia heads out to the mound to talk to Haney. So we'll be back after the break.
Sumrall on top.
So after the meeting on the mound, Hayden Brown steps in the box here with a 2-0 count. And Haney still on the mound here for the Wildcats.
In your pitch. That's a strike.
He's going to miss low.
No.
And that's going to be a 3-0 count now to Brown. Brown could be dangerous if he can find his way on.
But anyway, 3-0 to the batter.
He's got a lot of speed.
And the pitch from Haney.
That one's calling strike one. Garcia stands on deck for the Bobcats. He had a home run in his first at-bat in this ball game, a solo shot deep out into left.
Over the Wildcat.
So a 3-1 count here to Hayden Brown, and he misses low. That's going to be a leadoff walk to Hayden Brown. Now Kellen Garcia.
So Garcia made the home run
Kevin Garcia.
back in the third.
Garcia, who put one out of the ballpark
So he'll step
and broke the tie back in the top of the third inning. He steps into the plate here with no outs and a runner on first. I would imagine Brown probably be stealing at some point. A lot of speed out of Brown. Coach Davis going to try to be aggressive. They show bunt. Brown takes off. And this one's able to get behind the catcher. A good call. And a good fake bunt there by Garcia. Fools the catcher and just hits the backstop. And now the Bobcats have a runner on second base. Here with no outs. Hayden Brown gets his lead. Kellen Garcia and then Drew Davis, the top of the order. Due up after that. Garcia shows bunt, pulls back. Now a 1-1 count here to Garcia. Garcia going to try to bunt it down the first base line. One ball, one strike. Garcia's going to try to bunt again here. He shows it. The breaking ball bunted right back to the pitcher. He's only going to have one play. He throws it to the second baseman for out number one, and that's going to move Brown to third. So a good job there by Garcia. And now Drew Davis. He's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. But the guy you want up here with the runner on third base and one out. Davis. One ball, or one out, one runner on. He fouls that breaking ball back into the net. The count goes to 0-1 here to Davis, here with one out.
So Sumrall
Davis, 2 strikeouts. Just hadn't seen the ball well tonight.
See how they get Brown across that play. Davis.
The 0-1 pitch.
Pitch from
That one misses.
outside. 1-1-1.
The count goes to 1-1. And Williamson stands on deck. He's 2 for 2 tonight. 2 singles.
Haney.
So he's seeing Haney well.
Runner infield in. And here's the pitch. To the plate.
The Columbia defense
2 balls and 1
playing in the infield, trying to keep that runner
batter, Drew Davis.
at bay over there at third base.
So Brown's at third.
So really, Davis just has to put the ball in play here.
And the pitch from Haney.
And this one's going to be hit down the right
Field. That's
field line, and it just goes foul. Would have been extra bases for Davis.
maybe about 2 feet.
It just sneaks foul.
But now he's got 2 strikes on him. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Davis. Runner stood in the third. 1 out.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And the Wildcats looking trying to get
Davis, who struck out twice tonight, needs to come up big here for the Bobcats.
Haney. Looks to the plate.
1 out. Brown at third.
Fire.
The breaking ball misses high.
Yeah, making a full count.
And that's a full count now to Davis. You know, sometimes I think Davis has too good of an eye, too high of a baseball IQ. Has a real good feel for that zone. And sometimes that can hurt him.
To the plate.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one misses away. And it's going to be a walk. See a pitch like that, very close. Davis knows that's a ball. He knows the strike zone.
So Williamson up to bat, who is 2 for 2 tonight. He's got 2 singles. Out of that 5 hits up there on the
And
ball.
now Caden Williamson, 2 for 2 tonight.
Runners at first and third.
Has runners at first and third. Davis
First for Sumrall.
at first, Brown at third. And the Bobcats have a 2-0 lead. And you see he squares to bunt. The first or third move might get Davis at first. And he slides back in safe.
Crowd thought they had him at first. I'm not so sure. I couldn't see it because I did a double
And
move.
you may see that fake bunt still again
And the crowd thought they had him.
out of Williamson. Haney really upset about that call by the first base umpire. And you can hear the stands chirping now after that call. It's hard for me to tell if he slid in safe or not.
A good call there.
He had him dead to rights, but kind of took a little while to throw it to first. Fooled Davis on the third to first move and got him caught out there, and he gets him again.
Double move again. And then they called balks on this on Saturday. We had 4 balks Saturday, 2 by each pitcher.
So no balls, no strikes. Here to Williamson. Williamson
So Williamson digs in,
probably going to square.
checks that runner at third.
Davis stands at first. Pick off to first base. Not in time.
Drew Davis
The Bobcats have a golden opportunity to extend their lead here in the 5th.
So Haney comes to the plate.
Davis
Fires. And there's a slap.
takes off,
Out
and Williamson hits this one out in the left field.
on the score.
And the Bobcats take a 3-0 lead off the single from Williamson. So Williamson, his 3rd hit of the night, he's 3 for 3, and he got an RBI.
Now batting number 16, Landon Hawkins.
Now Landon Hawkins, the hitter.
Hawkins is at the bat.
Hawkins, he's 1 for 2. He's got a single and a fielder's choice. Now you see the coach for Columbia come out, and you'd have to think this is going to be it for Haney.
For Haney, I do believe. And while that's going on, it is 3-0.
So we will be back after the break.
On top.
So Haney still in the game here for Columbia. And he's got a battle here with Hawkins. And 2 runners on. That breaking ball misses in. Count goes to 1-0. You can tell the emotions of this ball game kind of getting to Haney here in the 5th. That one's going to be a strike. Got away from Haddix. But Williamson stays at second base. So now a 1-1 count. Williamson stands at second. Or Hawkins stands at second. Parker. And then Caden Williamson stands at first. And then Landon Hawkins in the box here for the Bobcats. Parker Hawkins pinch running for Drew Davis out at second. This breaking ball is going to be hit to the shortstop. He grabs the good hop, throws it to first, and it's not in time. So now runners on the corner again off the fielder's choice. And Braylon Harrison heads to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He got hit by a pitch his last at-bat. And it seems like Braylon Harrison is a magnet for hit by pitches. He has been hit, seems like, every game so far this season. A guy who really doesn't even stand very far on the plate. The ball just seems to find his back. He takes a big hack. Now no balls, 1 strike. Here to Harrison. 2 outs. First to third move. Does not fool Hawkins. So the runners stay on the corners here for the Bobcats with 2 outs. What looked like a pitch out is called for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Harrison. Landon Hawkins at second, Parker Hawkins at third. Braylon Harrison just trying to put the ball in play. Here with 2 strikes and 2 outs. And he gets the sign. That one misses low. And he stands in on the 1-2 count here with 2 outs.
No errors for Sumrall. No runs, 1 hit. No errors for the Wildcats.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 and 2. Coming to Harrison.
The 1-2 pitch to Harrison. And this one's going to be hit deep into center. But the center fielder camps under it for out number 3. So the Bobcats able to score 1 more here in the 5th. They've scored 1 in the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th now, and they take a 3-0 lead here over Columbia. So we will be back in the bottom of the 5th inning. Drew Davis going to toe the rubber here in the 5th. So we're back live here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Grayson Carney, the catcher.
Still on the mound for the Bobcats. 7 strikeouts tonight for Davis.
As the hitter leading things off, so Grayson Carney, Braden Thornhill, and Will Breland all due up for the Wildcats. And Carney takes that one for strike 1. Good pitch there by Davis. Fastball just got in on Carney.
To the plate. A little bit low.
You can tell the spin on that breaking ball from Davis is a hard one to pick up on. Throws it very hard, and it has a lot of break.
1-1 count. Carney won't get on the base somehow. Columbia needs runners, and here's the pitch from Davis. Outside.
The 1-1 pitch,
A little bit high.
up and away, and so the count goes to 2-1. Here to Carney.
So 2-1. 2 Carney. 3-0 Sumrall on top. In the bottom of the 5th.
2 balls, 1 strike. A swing and a miss by Carney. That's a big hack
He goes over the top.
there by Carney.
And that'll make the count.
After that swing, you might think Davis will go breaking ball here.
Here's the pitch from Davis. Kicks and fires.
He goes fastball,
And when I say kicks
but
and
it
fires,
misses low. The count goes to 3-2.
Davis pitching a gem so far tonight. So 3-2.
Full count here to Carney. And this one's going to be hit into left field. Williamson camps under it for out number 1. So fly out.
Carney got a pitch. And he was able to drive out.
Looks like it got off the cap of Carney. A good swing by him. He was on time with it. It goes off the cap. And Caden Williamson camped under it out in the left for out number 1. And now Braden Thornhill, the hitter. Thornhill grounded out to the first baseman his first at bat. That one misses low. So Davis throws 2 straight balls here to Thornhill. And that one misses low.
That's the first time tonight Davis has gone to a 3-0 count.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of Davis here. 3 straight balls, and Thornhill now stands in with a 3-0 count.
And the pitch from Davis.
A 3-0 pitch looked good, but it misses low, and that's the first walk of the night. So now 2 runners on for Will Breland, who flew out to the left fielder his first at bat. And they have a runner on first for the second time tonight. Braden Thornhill reached on 4 straight balls, and Davis gets right back in the zone. So good to see out of the pitcher, Davis, after 4 straight balls. Gets back in the zone. Thornhill with a big lead over there at first base. Now with 2 strikes, you imagine Will Breland is going to be battling here with 2. Breaking ball, and that's a swing and a miss. Now J.P. Haddix, the hitter for the Columbia Wildcats. Thornhill stands at first. Haddix in the box here with 2 outs in the 5th inning. That breaking ball misses.
Not even so sure he even checked the runner. I think he's just pitching and firing. Let's see if he looks over there first.
1 ball, no strikes. Here with 2 outs.
And the pitch from Davis.
Ooh, a good pitch. Just misses low there to Haddix.
2-0. 2 Haddock. 1 runner on 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
A 2-0 count here to Haddix. And that one misses up.
So again, Davis goes to
Seems like the umpire's squeezing Davis a little this inning compared to the rest of the innings. Had some good-looking pitches, just barely missing.
looks to the plate. Here's the pitch. And he gets ball 4. So 2 walks. Pitching by Davis.
That's a second walk from Davis here in the fifth. Only a second walk tonight. Both of them coming this inning, and Jaden Johnson coming to the plate here in the fifth inning for the Columbia Wildcats with 2 runners on, but Coach Miller comes to the mound, so we will be back after the break.
Columbia with 2 on. Davis for the first time tonight, a little bit of trouble.
So Davis, back-to-back walks, but he's got 2 outs.
3-0.
And a pinch hitter
Sumrall on top.
here for Columbia. Patrick Peters is the pinch hitter. He's hitting for Jaden Johnson, who struck out and looked in his first at-bat. And I tell you what, Patrick Peters is a ginormous kid.
Peters.
He stands in the box.
Digs in. Here's the pitch from Davis.
And the breaking ball for strike 1.
For strike 1.
Gets a check swing. Peters has
So 1-1 to Peters.
a tough test here coming off the bench. And a guy who has really, really grooved on the mound tonight, Drew Davis.
And he'll pull back
Picked
over
a first. You don't see that much, a back pick.
Back in. Good pickoff play there by Davis. The way he threw it, I figured he probably had somebody winging over there.
So no balls, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Patrick Peters, the hitter for Columbia. He takes that breaking ball in the dirt. A good block there by Cochran. Cochran, it's been a brick wall back behind the plate the past few games.
So nobody advanced.
So now 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs.
Two Peters. Runners at first and
Patrick
second.
Peters, the hitter.
And the pitch.
A swing and a miss.
There and goes way over the top. A high heater.
Peters pulling off a little on that pitch. If I'm Davis, I'm probably going away here.
Outs and 2 on first and second.
A 1-2 count. Runner at second here with 2 outs. And the breaking ball, swing and a miss, and a big strikeout there by Davis. And we head to the top of the 6th inning. Bobcats lead 3-0. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. So welcome back to Columbia here in the top of the 6th inning. Will Rayner, Jack Miller, and Caden Cochran all do up for the Bobcats. The Bobcats have a 3-0 lead. They have scored 1 in each the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th innings. And now here in the 6th, Will Rayner set to lead things off, but a new pitcher for the Columbia Wildcats, Dylan Rawley, who was in center field, so the center fielder and the pitcher just switched spots. So a 1-0 count here to Rayner. And the breaking ball. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. He fields it cleanly and throws it to first for an easy out, number 1.
That's one away.
Now batting number 27, Jack Miller.
6-3 put out, and that brings up Jack Miller, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He's got a ground ball double play and a strikeout. It's been a very good pitcher's duel so far tonight. Breaking ball misses low. Raleigh, you can tell, kind of likes the breaking ball.
Top of the 6th. Sumrall top 3-0. If you're just tuning in, home run from Garcia and some base hits there for Sumrall down the line.
1 ball, no strike here to Miller. The 1-0 pitch misses up and away. The count goes to 2-0. Now Cochran stands on deck here for the Bobcats.
And the pitch from Riley.
The 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball.
And that was a called strike.
Now on a called strike to Miller. Good breaking ball. You can tell Raleigh and this Columbia pitching staff really like the breaking ball. I bet they've thrown 60% breaking balls tonight. But Miller now with a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jack Miller
And the pitch to the plate.
watches that breaking ball up and away, and that brings the count full here with 1 out.
Make it 3-2. To the Bobcat bat.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jack Miller
To the plate.
takes that one off the leg,
Been elbow or hit him somewhere on that left-hand side.
and that's a hit by pitch.
So that's our first hit by pitch tonight. I am the
Now
pitcher.
batting number 36, Caden Cochran.
Now Caden Cochran.
Bat for Sumrall.
Looks like Coach Davis going to pinch run for Jack Miller. He's just trying to decide who. Looks like Parker Hawkins is going to run here for Jack Miller.
We got a pinch runner there for Sumrall. Looks like Miller's going to run for the Bobcats. And here comes Cochran. He's ready to go. Riley's ready to go. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 6th. Riley to the plate. All strike. I don't know if he's thrown a fastball yet. If he has, I missed it, but he has thrown all breaking balls pretty much.
So a 0-1 count here to Cochran. And a pickoff move
First, it was
to
Riley.
Hawkins. Hawkins has been a very reliable pinch runner all season for the Bobcats. He's kind of solidified that role. And that's what baseball's all about, just finding your role and playing it. And, man, he has been phenomenal
Inside.
in that role for the Bobcats.
Haddix keeps the ball in front of him. So it'll be 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Cochran.
So temperature dropping a little bit. It's gotten a little chilly. I see some jackets that come out in the crowd.
1 out here to Cochran. Hawkins stands at first.
To the plate.
And a big swing, and that's going to be a foul ball. Count goes here 1-2.
Tails out. So 1-2. Now to Cochran.
And the Sumrall softball team
1 on.
dropped the game tonight to the Purvis Tornadoes 6-3. They beat them last week. Oh, and that one's going to get Hawkins after. Oh, and it falls out of the glove of the first baseman. So after I had just talked Hawkins up,
They had him over first base, but the first baseman
He nearly gets picked off. Actually does get picked off, but it falls out of the glove of the first baseman, Braden Thornhill.
Back in on the drop ball. The 1-2 pitch from Riley.
And that breaking ball misses up and away.
We got 2-2.
So Cochran having another quality at bat tonight.
1 out here in the top.
He has nothing to show for it. He's 0 for 2. But man, he has had some very, very deep at bats. Just working the pitcher and working the count.
Back to first.
Hawkins doesn't get full there, goes back to first.
So Hawkins back in. So Cochran
So a 2-2 count here with 1 out.
looking for his pitch. To the plate.
And Hawkins steals, and that's a swing and a miss.
Throw down to second. So that'd be a strikeout, but we had a throw down to second, had a collision out there with
So got a strikeout. Cochran struck out swinging.
so it looks like everybody's okay. But it was a big collision out there.
Now Parker runs into the second baseman.
Now batting number 3, Hayden Brown.
So Hayden Brown comes up the bat with 2 outs and a runner on
Yeah, now 2 outs for Hayden Brown. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He's walked and struck an out
3-0 Sumrall.
in his 2 at-bats. And he's got a runner in scoring position here. A base hit could follow the trend
Riley
of scoring 1 each inning.
checks the runner to second, fires to the plate. There's a
He fouls that one back.
over to left field, catches the net.
Lefty on lefty matchup
Contact there.
here for Hayden Brown.
As Brown took a big cut at that. 2 outs.
No 1 count here with 2 outs.
Here we go. Riley to the plate, kicks and fires outside.
That one misses low.
Has bobbles the ball, but keeps it in front of him. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top of the 6th. Glad to have you along on Tuesday night.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hayden Brown, the hitter here,
And Riley, dig it in.
trying to extend the inning. And he pick off to first base.
And timeout called by Brown.
So again, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here to Hayden Brown. Hawkins
And to the plate. Up
second, and that one's going to miss up.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on second. We're in the top of the 6th. Riley. Check to run. Kicks and fires and negative. Cut that. He kicked and fired and turned to second and threw it nowhere. So 2-1. And to the plate. And there's a strike call.
The 2-1 pitch falls in for strike 2. Now the count goes to 2-2.
This is wild.
Here with 2 outs.
Deuce. So here we go. Big pitch right here for Riley. And he'll step off the mound.
Parker Hawkins 180 feet away from extending this lead here with 2 outs.
Here's Brown. And he turns
Another inside move. Tell you what, Raleigh
the runner back to second.
has really slowed the game down compared to the way Haney and Davis have kind of had the pace on the mound. Raleigh kind of taking his time,
Deuce in play.
preparing every pitch. And that one fouled right back into the net. So the count stays at 2s here for Hayden Brown.
Inside with us. If the net wasn't there, it would be in there with us.
Killing.
Deuce is still wild.
If Hayden Brown is able to extend the inning, Kellen Garcia stands on deck, who's had a home run here tonight.
So Riley looking in.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And the pitch.
Now breaking ball misses away. So the count goes full here to Brown.
Pretty good up here.
Everybody on the field thought that one was strike 3, except the umpire.
Garcia on deck. Garcia's one that had a home run back in the 3rd.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs.
To the plate.
That one misses up, and that's going to be a 2-out walk to Hayden Brown, and Kellen Garcia comes up to the plate here for the Bobcats.
Raleigh. So now there's 2 on first and second for the Bobcats.
That's a very quality at-bat there by Hayden Brown. So now Kellen Garcia, the hitter, and then the top of the lineup, Drew Davis, stands on deck. Raleigh comes set, looks at second. And he fires that one in for strike 1.
See Garcia. So good looking pitch there by Raleigh.
Garcia, a guy who has really cut it on the past few games,
2 outs here in the top.
has an opportunity to extend the Bobcat lead here in the 6th.
And the pitch from Raleigh.
That breaking ball in the dirt, and a good read by Hawkins. They're going to try to get him at second, and a good stop by the second baseman to keep that one in front, because that would have been a run if it were able to reach center field.
Second and third.
That's a good dirt ball read there by Hawkins, and now you have runners at second and third. Brown at second, and Hawkins stands at third now for Garcia.
So we got a little timeout here as Haddix goes out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. There is 2 outs in this inning. Top of the 6th, Sumrall 3, Columbia 0. Garcia, your batter. Garcia had the home run, like I said, back in the 3rd.
So Garcia,
Shot.
step up to the plate. He had a sacrifice bunt his last at-bat and a home run in his first at-bat.
Strike to Garcia.
So he's 1 for 1 tonight. And he's got 2 runners in scoring position. A base hit would extend the lead by 2.
And a little bit low. Just off the plate. Now to make it 2-1.
Now a 2-1 count here to Garcia.
So Raleigh.
Garcia, Davis, and then Williamson, the next 3 hitters.
Runners here's the throw.
And this one's going to be hit hard into right field, and it's going to get down. And it's over the head of the right fielder, and it's extra bases for Kellen Garcia, and he clears the bases on a double. So I'll tell you what, Kellen Garcia has really found his way at the plate in the past few games, and he has got his 2nd extra base hit of the night and extends the Bobcat lead 5-0.
Bobcat lead 5-0.
If you're Coach Davis, seeing this life out of the bottom of the order is what you want to see. Now get Drew Davis.
Drew Davis at the bat. He's your pitcher and also the leadoff batter.
He's 0 for 2 tonight, 2 strikeouts and a walk. But he's getting an opportunity here against Raleigh in the 6th, and a big swing by Davis.
Runner down, second.
He just misses it, kind of pulls off on it.
2 outs.
It's able to sneak by Davis.
5-0 now. Sumrall on top of Columbia.
Davis, the star sophomore, out of Sumrall. And that curveball fouled back into the net.
Just got a piece of it. There he goes, 5.
And so now Drew Davis stands in with 2 strikes. An 0-2 count. He's had 2 strikes every at-bat here tonight. Battled it off last at-bat to get a walk. Now an 0-2 count here with 2 outs. Garcia stands at second.
And here's your pitch from Raleigh.
And this one's going to be drilled back up into center field, and it's going to score 1.
Down to third. Wheel scores, standing up.
And a good piece of hitting there by Drew Davis, and an RBI is going to extend the lead 6-0. The Bobcats lead here in the 6th, and now Caden Williamson.
One he could handle over the middle, and he slapped it out to left field.
Caden Williamson is 3 for 3 tonight with 3 singles.
Williamson, he is.
Then Landon Hawkins stands on deck. 3 for 3, 3 singles. And a pinch runner
So we had
for Drew.
not gotten him out yet tonight. So Davis in at first base. 2 outs still. And the pitch.
This one's going to be popped up to right field. And it might be trouble. And the right field camps under it for out number 3. But the Bobcats able to get 3 more runs across. And they take a 6-0 lead here in the 6th inning. So we will be back. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball.
Columbia 0. Columbia coming down to their last couple outs. They're going to the bottom of the 6th. They need to make something.
So we're back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Jonathan Lowry, the hitter here for Columbia, leading things off. And then the top of the order, M.T. Breland. And a quick 0-2 count here to Lowry. And that's going to be strike number 3. And that's Drew Davis's 10th strikeout of the night. And now M.T. Breland, who's got 2 of those strikeouts, steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2, 2 Ks. M.T. Breland and then Dylan Rowley, the lefty pitcher that came in, stands on deck. One interesting thing I've noticed, Rowley, a lefty pitcher, but hits right-handed. You usually see kind of the vice versa. If they throw left-handed, or if they throw right-handed, they'll hit left-handed, but not really vice versa. And a breaking ball fouled back. An 0-2 count here to Breland. Breland on the verge of his 3rd strikeout of the night. Davis working fast. The 0-2 pitch gets behind Cochran.
Davis is ready to go.
So 1-2 count here with 1 out.
And the pitch from Davis to the plate.
And a breaking ball, strike 3, and Davis's 11th strikeout of the night.
Drew Davis.
Now Dylan Rowley, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, steps up to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. Davis really has not skipped a beat all night.
And Davis to the plate.
And he shows bunt, but it's going to be a called strike 1.
Turns around there to square the bunt. And they let it go by. There was a strike.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
In the bottom of the 6th. 6-0, Sumrall on top. And the pitch to the plate.
And that's going to be a strike 2.
So 0-2 to Riley
And Davis has looked phenomenal tonight. Really still commanding this game. The 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be strike 3. And that's Rowley's third strikeout of the night. And that's strikeout number 12 for Davis. So we will be back in the top of the 7th. The Bobcats lead 6-0. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. So we are back live here in the top of the 7th. Landon Hawkins, Braylon Harrison, and Rayner all due up here in the 7th. And a new pitcher for Columbia, M.T. Breland. M.T. Breland comes into the game to replace Dylan Rowley, who gave up 3 runs back in the 6th. That one misses in to Hawkins. Hawkins now with a 2-0 count here to start things off in the 7th. Bobcats with 6-0 lead have just continued to chip away. And this one's hammered into left field, and that's going to be extra bases. So Landon Hawkins gets a leadoff double to start things here in the 7th. Now Braylon Harrison, the hitter. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He's got a hit by pitch, a fly out, and a ground ball.
Hit number 9 for Sumrall tonight. Here comes Harrison up to bat. For Sumrall. Runner down, second go out. Top of the 7th. 6-0. Sumrall on top. And your pitch from Breland.
So Harrison 0 for 2 tonight. He's got a hit by pitch. He watches that one up in the zone for ball 1. Landon Hawkins, a great piece of hitting there on the leadoff double down the third base line. So now a runner in scoring position. The Bobcats just looking to add some insurance here in the 7th as Columbia is down to their final 3 outs in the bottom of the inning. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch, a big swing and a miss. That brings the count to 1-1. Rayner stands on deck.
So 1-1 coming to Harrison. Runner down in second. Here's the pitch.
1-1 misses low.
Misses just barely, I think. Didn't miss by a whole lot. So it's 2-1.
So now the count goes to 2-1 here with no outs or runner on second. Harrison.
So your pitch coming to the plate. Breland checks the runners in.
A big swing again.
Harrison way out.
And that one just tips the foul ball strike. Brings the count to 2-2. Harrison's really been seeing the ball very well. But hitless tonight.
No outs here in the top of the seventh.
MT Breland trying to leave Hawkins out there at second base.
And here's your
The
pitch.
2-2 pitch.
Good looking
That one
pitch
misses
again.
away.
No call there by Blue.
And a 3-2 count.
A full count going to Harrison.
3-2 pitch.
So the pitch.
This one's popped up. And it goes foul.
And Harrison fouls it over the press box side over here. No outs here still on the top of the seventh. 3-2 on Harrison. Runner down at second. And we've got a Haddock's going to walk out. Talk to Breland. I think it's just a little quick chat. See if they want to pitch. We'll keep it here. So Southern Miss is losing to Nicholas 8-3 down on the Gulf Coast. Let's keep in touch on that game. So conference on the mound is over.
So a 3-2 count
Harrison
here to Harrison.
for Sumrall.
Catcher heads back behind the plate after a meeting on the mound.
And here comes Breland.
And the full count pitch
Runner to the plate. And
fouled back.
Harrison again. Goes
Hawkins had it timed up over there at second base. But due to the foul ball, he's got to head back to second.
6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Sumrall. No runs, 1 hit. No errors for the Wildcats.
Rayner and then Miller
So
due up for the Bobcats here in the seventh.
Breland.
The 3-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, and he gets Harrison down on strikes. And now Will Rayner heads to the plate here for the Bobcats.
Wildcat pitching tonight. So we're 1 away.
Now Will Rayner. Rayner is 1 for 3 tonight.
Batter for Sumrall.
He's got a
Runner still down at second.
Rayner has a single, a fly out, and a ground out on his night so far.
And the pitch to the plate.
And this one's going to be hit
Skied out to right.
high and deep into right field, but the right fielder camps under it, makes the grab, and throws it in for out number 2.
And that's out number 2.
So now Jack Miller heads to the plate. He's
So after giving
0 for 2 tonight.
Breland's kind of settled in there a little bit.
He was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Now he steps in with a runner in scoring position here with 2.
2 outs. Runner still down at second. Breland. Pitcher on the mound for Columbia. The third pitcher used tonight for the Wildcats.
Hawkins stands at third base here for Miller. A swing and a miss by Miller.
For strike 1.
That's going to bring the count to 0-1.
Everybody going for the
MT Breland, if you come in after giving up a leadoff double,
Breland.
and to keep Hawkins on base would be a huge win for him in his eyes.
And he'll kick and fire outside ball.
That one misses up.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner down at third for Sumrall. Breland to the plate. Ball 2. Making 2 balls, 1 strike. Breland trying to get out of this inning without giving up a run. Give the Wildcats another chance. Ball's inside. Maybe 3-1. 3-1 now.
So a 3-1 count here to Miller. Be a 2-out walk. This one's hammered out to left field, and it's going to be stopped by the left fielder. And it's going to be enough to score a Bobcat run, and the Bobcats extend the lead 7-0.
7-0.
Now batting number 36, Caden Cochran.
Now Caden Cochran, who's 0 for 3 tonight.
So Cochran coming up to bat for the Bobcats. Cochran is 0 for 3 tonight.
Miller gets his first hit of the night. It's the RBI.
So far, Breland giving up a double. Got the 2 outs and gave up a single.
That breaking ball falls in to Cochran for strike 1.
12-6 for a strike.
Columbia 13-4 on the season, but the Bobcats have handled them pretty
And the pitch didn't play.
easily with Davis on the mound tonight. Man, Davis is throwing an absolute gem. And you got to tip your cap to the Wildcat pitcher, Carney. Carney had gave his Wildcat team every possible chance he could have given them.
Pick back to first. Back in time.
So a 1-1 count here to Cochran.
1-1. Coming to Cochran. Here's the kick in the fire.
And that one's going to be strike 2. Good pitch there by Breland. He's 1 strike away from getting his team in the dugout. The 1-2 pitch.
Oh, and he hit him in the back.
It's Cochran in the back.
So I put runners at first and second.
Now batting number 3, Caden Brown.
Not what you want to do.
Let that ball get away from him.
There were 2.
Cochran right between the blades.
Now Hayden Brown, the hitter for the Bobcats here with 2 outs.
Pitch by Columbia tonight. So Brown back up again. Seems like every time I turn around, Brown's coming up to bat.
So Brown and then Garcia.
And then it's Garcia
Looks like we got a pinch runner
for the night.
here for the Bobcats. Tucker Barrett coming in to pinch run.
So Brown will step in back on the left side. And Breland. He's got runners behind him on first and second. Does not want to give up any more runs.
So
here.
2 outs, 2 runners on here for the Bobcats. 7-0 lead. This one's going to be chopped to the third baseman. He fields it, throws it to second for out number 3. A good play there by the third baseman. And the Columbia Wildcats down to their last 3 outs as Drew Davis will trot to the mound here in the 7th and try to finish what he started. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back live, and Colin Haney says to lead things off for the Columbia Wildcats. The Wildcats down to their final 3 outs of the ball game. And Haney, he's 0 for 2. He's got a ground ball to the pitcher and a strikeout tonight. So he's 0 for 2, and Drew Davis toes the rubber again here in the 7th, trying to finish things out and get a complete game shutout. The one hit they have marked on the scoreboard, I ruled it as an error. It was a cue ball to the first baseman.
And the pitch from Davis. That's a strike.
So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Haney.
So Haney, the batter for Columbia. Here's the pitch from Davis.
1-1 breaking ball, strike 2. Haney.
10 hits tonight.
Davis working fast.
1 hit for the Wildcats. And the pitch from Drew Davis.
And the breaking ball, strike 3.
Strike 3.
And that's Drew Davis' 13th strikeout of the night.
13 strikeouts for Drew Davis. Columbia has no answer for Davis.
And now Grayson Carney, the catcher,
So Carney
comes to the plate.
up to bat for the Wildcats.
He's a strikeout victim. He's striking out and flown out to left field.
And the pitch from Davis is
He was on time with Davis's pitches last at bat, but flew out.
down to 2 outs. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. 7-0. Sumrall on top of Columbia.
So 1-0 count here with 1 out.
And the pitch from Davis.
And a swing and a miss.
I don't know how many strikeouts Davis has had in 1 game, but it's got to be up there as one of his top games.
So Carney and then Thornhill.
And that ball's down low for 2 balls and 1 strike. Like I said, both teams are back on Friday night.
And this one's going to be hit to center field.
To center field.
Harrison's going to camp under it for out number 2.
Got him for out number 2.
Now batting number 9, Braden Thornhill.
I think that's the 2nd ball hit to the outfield tonight.
Braden Thornhill now the hitter.
2 outs.
Thornhill, he's walked and grounded out to the first baseman. So he's 0 for 1 tonight.
Thornhill, batter for Columbia.
So Braden Thornhill now with 2 outs.
And the pitch from Davis. There
He fouls that one.
Slap by Thornhill. He got a round on that one, but it went foul.
If Davis is to get this out, I'm counting this game as a no-hitter. The rule book, the scorebook might not say it.
And the pitch from Davis to the plate.
I want a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes. Here were 2 outs.
Thornhill, the batter
And
for Columbia.
Drew Davis,
7-0 Sumrall.
the star sophomore, has thrown an absolute gem tonight.
And the pitch.
And the 0-2 pitch is a strikeout. And Drew Davis has absolutely dealt tonight. And the Bobcats win 7-0. Drew Davis, a no-hitter. And the Bobcats win 7-0 and get their record to 11-6.
Columbia, no runs.
So thank you for watching tonight. We'll be back Friday night.
We'll be back here Friday night.
And we will see you in Sumrall Friday night against Columbia. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball.